Hello everyone! Welcome back to Skyllian Rogues Campaign 3, the Rust Engine. We're back. Everybody's here. I think we had everybody here last week as well, I think. I don't remember everything.
We oftentimes have everybody here.
Yeah. So, without further ado, let us start with...
It worked! Okay.
Hello everyone, welcome to It Works by by Ada. Sorry.
I just finally rolled a success on a hacking.
She successfully hacked Discord. Hello everyone, welcome to Trade Talks, where we don't actually talk about trade, but the people on them. Why don't everybody go ahead, roll me a D100, and we shall see who goes first.
Alright. Ooh. 60.
Oh my god, you won!
I won.
Nice.
We have an official winner for who wins.
We have a nice...
We have a winner.
Bias at 90. Bias 92.
I rolled a 1, so Lowell will go first, which is Leon, followed by Ada, followed by Danny, Ahmed,
and then Brian.
and finally Brian. Hey, Brian, you go last.
Wow.
All right,
Enjoy it. It's the
So-
one time it happens.
Leon. I'm not sure if I feel like I've asked you this, but what is the one thing that you're naturally good at? Like you didn't have to train, when you pick
You
it up, you
asked
tried to
us
do it.
already.
I did.
You have asked us that, yeah.
Okay,
And the
okay.
answer was
Remind us, because there's a follow up. So, what is the thing that you are
Sure.
naturally good at?
I have always been rather good at getting away with things.
Getting away with things. So,
And I don't mean just stealing, I mean just emerging out the other end with minimum or no consequence.
all right, okay,
It's
that's.
changed recently, but you know, it's a skill that needs sharpening.
I mean, you mostly get out of our combat unscathed, so I guess that checks out.
To my nose, would you?
That checks out. But now, what is something that you had to put a lot of work in to get good at instead?
Oh, something I've had to put a lot of work to get good at.
Yeah.
Well, when I just joined the academy, I was notoriously terrible with a blade,
Okay.
and I've had my teeth kicked in more than once trying to learn how to fight.
Yikes.
Eventually, I got the hang of it, at least up to a standard, if you would. Thanks to my dear friend Carlotta, I learned how to fight. I'm not so bad anymore.
All right. That's good. I can see that you do sometimes use it as your offhand weapon, so to speak, when you're in trouble. Yeah.
Yes, Carlotta was quoted as saying that every royal officer without a sword is improperly dressed, so I have to keep it around.
All right. So you're thinking yourself as a royal officer then. Gotcha. Noted. Thank you very much.
I was.
Thank you very much, Leon. Next is Ada. What about you? What was that skill that you were naturally good at?
I think it was mischiefs and shenanigans.
So you cause the mischief and Leon gets you out of it with unscathed.
Yeah!
All right. So that's something that you're good at, but what about something that you had to work hard to get good at it?
I think it was just using guns in general.
You're not a fan of guns, not good at it?
I mean, not a fan. I wasn't, a natural at it, I guess, like Leon is.
Mhm.
So, but he's the cool one. I want to be cool like him too. So, I trained with him, and then without him, to
And
be good at shooting.
And yet, after all that training, you decide to use your crossbow instead.
Well, that was before. That was before this whole thing. Now it's more like, hey, the more damage you do, the better your chances are at survival. So
All right, fair enough.
Once you get a better gun, you just wait.
All right. Thank you very much, Ada. The next is Danny. What was that skill, Danny? You said that you're naturally good at.
I'm blanking for a bit, but I believe last time I answered was padding.
I'm
An
sorry.
equivalent to that.
Panic?
Sneaking around.
Sneaking around. Sneaking around. Okay, fair enough. That's...
Being a creature, a person that camouflages, it's practically handed to me, I guess.
All right, fair enough. But in that case, let me ask you the other way around. What is the skill that you had to work hard to be good at?
Definitely my guitar skills.
Your guitar skills.
The string instruments do not. My fingers and strings were, to say the very least, inoperable dance partners. It took a while before I was able to strum a few chords, but I persevered. I work fine with other instruments. It's just strings.
I could have sworn that your music playing is better than your stealthing. You train that hard then.
Yeah, I kind of try to stay in the limelight more often than not after a certain point. So I haven't really been into stealthing or sleuthing. So,
all right, fair enough. Thank you very much, Danny. Next would be Ahmed. What was the skill that you were naturally good at, Ahmed?
Well, everybody knows what I'm good at, right? Riding the motorbike.
Of course.
I'm naturally gifted at that.
All right, but let's revert this around. And what is the skill that you actually had to work hard to get good at it?
Well, you see, man, contrary to popular belief, we what do you call that? What's my race again? We Americans actually have to learn how to craft stuff. So I wasn't that very good at it at first. I had to work hard in school just to keep up with others.
You went to school? Oh my god, I thought you're the delinquent type.
Yeah. I mean, I can't be a delinquent if I don't skip school.
But I guess it's skip, not like not go to school.
You go to school just so that you can skip school
first and then skip school.
Got it.
All right, fair enough.
Because if not, there's no point in skipping. You have to have people see you in the morning and then, hey, where I may go.
Even when you're skipping classes, you still got pretty good at crafting.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you can't craft, you can't actually, make it in the American cities. They look down on you.
What was your specialty back then, by the way?
Well, I make some simple stuff.
Mundane stuff.
Machinery parts.
I see. So like screws and like gears and that kind of stuff. Yep. All right.
Yep.
Got it. Thank you very much, Ahmed. And finally, Briar, what was that skill that you were naturally good
at? I think I had said that I was naturally good at, farming, but I can't quite remember. It's been a while.
No, that's fair. So you're naturally good at farming, but what is a skill that you had to...
everyone's raised on farming, so everyone's, good at it.
But what was the skill that you actually had to work to be good at?
Frankly, I wasn't very good at hunting.
Okay.
Because, living in a secluded area like that, and you rely on growing food, but sometimes there would be times I would be asked to go with a couple of others to go hunting, and that's not easy because you have to learn animal patterns, you have to learn their day and night cycles, what kind of foods they eat. You have to learn so many things about it, and that's just tracking in general. Then you have to,
actually shoot the creature or something.
Yeah, shoot the creatures. You have to learn how to skin them. You have to learn how to properly dress the bodies.
So
It's a lot of work to go hunting. With gardening, you just put stuff in the ground and water it.
it's true. That's true. So like, do you like eat? Do you like meat? Or you like, since you're good at gardening, so you're sticking to vegetarian food.
I'll eat meat if it's offered, but killing and dressing an animal is just so much work.
Gotcha. All right. That is everybody in the party. You guys want to bring in an NPC and ask them the same question?
We're thinking, don't worry.
Yep. I'm learning.
Do you think we ask Rakiri, he'll answer?
I was thinking Rakiri too.
Yeah, but I don't think he's gonna answer and honor this code. Unless the all-seeing eye enforces it.
I think he has to. That's no choice in the matter.
I'm sure we can work something out.
Rakiri, everyone?
Yes.
Call it Raikiri. Alright. Let me pull in this emo boy.
I'd imagine he's a natural at being an asshole.
You wanna start with the introduction like that?
Alright. And the screen goes down and you would see Raikiri on the monitor. Oh, it's you guys. What is it?
See, what did I tell you?
TikTok.
Well, Rakiri, we had just one question to ask of you. A simple thing.
Of course.
It's a two-parter, so bear with us. We know you hate wasting time, so let's get started. What is one thing you find you're naturally good at, or you were naturally gifted in? Pardon?
Killing. I'd say I'm pretty good at that. Did you think so?
No disagreements coming from this side.
So that's it? I thought you guys know about this already.
No. It's a two-parter. Here's part 2. So if that's something you're naturally good at, what is something that took you quite a long time per se, to hone and skill?
I guess I'd say being like a sociable person, a very likable person. I know I'm there now, but it took me a while to get there, so yeah.
How were you before if this is where you are now?
What are you talking about? I'm friendly as fuck.
I find that very concerning.
I mean, you guys stuck around, so must be something to it. Exactly.
Boys. So I think you're good. If like people don't have a choice, I think you're definitely there.
I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be insulted or praised or flattered.
It's both. So.
All right, that's everything, right?
Is it?
Seems about
You
it.
should know, Mr. Social Butterfly.
Why ask me? This is your weird dream thing that's going on here. I'm just gonna go.
Can you go?
Can I go? Yeah, you can. Go. Alright. See you guys back at the train. Can't fucking wait to get out of this place. And
you can't wait to get out of everywhere.
That's right, Kiri, everybody. So, that is everybody in the party. So with that, thank you very much for coming and answering the question. We're going to stop here for now, get back to reality, and then deal with what the party's going to do next.
Whoop, there goes gravity.
There you go. Very important.
Give him a break.
Very sick. Give it a break. But yes, we're gonna.
Okay. Whoop, there goes gravity.
Well, that's new. All right, so we're back. Everybody is ready. So let me put up some ambiance a little bit. You guys are outside of town. Let me just put in some nice. Nope, wrong folder. This one. put in a little bit of this. All right, so as usual, I will start with. Oh shit! I did not check. I know. Oh no, it's working. Are you guys? Do you guys hear the audio?
Yeah.
We hear birds chirping. That's what you're asking.
I think the stream does not pick up the noise because it thinks it is a background noise because I put filters and everything onto your audio. So all good. I was wondering why the last stream like there's no background noise and shit. I'm gonna cancel
No
noise
wonder.
suppression. Yeah. There you go. Now you guys can hear because there was noise suppression, so it blocked out all the beautiful background noise I've had. Let me just lower the music a little bit. And let me start with last session. You guys engage in combat with Solace and a large unknown white monster. You guys managed to weaken Solace, but it managed to escape. Meanwhile, you guys took advantage of the slowness of the large creature to loot the area. You guys found a bunch of rust cartridges, and you guys had to fish the white monster away from you guys so that you are able to bring all these rust cartridges back to your rust engine. With that, you guys managed to get away with a ton of industrial grade rust, which should help you in your upcoming journey. So, right now, the rust engine have stopped about 10 minutes away from Bladesford. The sun is slowly setting on the crimson sky as you guys take inventory on what you have taken in the castle so far. So I've put this into your inventories already, yeah? You guys have
Where do we see it? In the vehicle?
I already put it into your vehicle. You got
Okay.
2 large industrial grade. You got industrial grade rust cartridge, 2 large, 4 medium, 4 small, 3 tiny. You guys managed to get this one is Grom and the others managed to get 5 stockpiles of food,
Wow!
3
So we
cooks
have-
utensil. So 15. You got 15 now.
Oh, utensils? Nice.
We cannot eat with our hands. Great.
No, cook's utensils.
Oh,
meaning
actually,
we
no.
can cook.
It should be not 15.
Good for you guys.
It should be 18. Because you had 12 before, and then you get 5, so it's 17. Sorry, and you have 2 stockpile remaining. There is unused.
We can take on 2 more people.
Yeah. You also managed to find 3 sets of cook's utensil, about 531 gold pieces worth of kind of like workshop equipment.
Where is it? It's not here.
It's
engineering?
resources engineering. Yeah, I combined it with the
Okay.
previous one that you guys had as well, and then finally
What-
they brought back another of that weird white stone with
Oh, we have
mini
2?
We have
craters.
crayons. No.
we
Group kind of looks at goes at you guys. Well, we saw there's like 3 of them. I'm not sure if you guys want all, so we just took 1. See if you guys need more, can go back and grab more.
Well, we can't really do anything with it. So far, it's more for study purposes.
Yeah, maybe we can find a way to use it.
Yeah. Because you can't mine it or anything, right? We tried it before. You said we can't. Like, Ahmed tried to pickaxe it and then he had to roll something. Then he heard something. But the rest of us didn't, so. Right? That totally happened, right?
Yes, it did. It did.
Okay.
So with that, all the resources, you can see like the rest of the members on the Rust engine, they are helping you doing the inventory. Some of them are just chilling, trying to recover, taking a short rest. Yeah, everybody's just scattered around the 4-carriage Rust engine that you're on right now. What do you guys want to do?
We're gonna go to Nepia, who was looking at the city as we left, then I'm gonna just sit next to her.
Alright.
Okay.
Go on, Ada.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were reading from other people
Oh, okay. So
say what they
you
wanted to.
just sit next to Ada. Gotcha.
No, I want to talk to her, but I thought Danny was speaking, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll wait then.
Yeah. Just go on, Ada. Go.
So I'll sit next to her and be like, so a guppy for your thoughts?
I She looks. The one of the drone kind of turns to you, then turns back to the city. The place looks peaceful from out here. That's all.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for joining us, by the way.
Thanks for not killing those two.
I think having you there helped to remind us. I mean, that's not all you're good for. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just, I asked, and I don't. Why did you say yes? Because everyone else said no.
I know. I guess I just don't want to sit around doing nothing. I guess. Don't usually have this exciting of a few days. Usually it's just us sitting around in the watchtower.
Well, what are you gonna do now? Are you staying with them?
I mean, makes sense. They're like my family. Can't just leave them behind. Right?
I suppose. Although, like, people have left their family to pursue other things. Although in this case, like, I don't know how they're gonna. I don't know. I don't know how we can go back because that analogy is usually in like a more non-apocalyptic world. So, I mean, they found 2 extra stockpile of food. If you wanna join us.
I
I mean,
I'll
not
consider.
really?
Sure. Why close one door when both are open? I'll need some time to think about it.
Well, I'd like to give you time, although I don't know how long they're gonna wait. I think we'll wait for like at least another night. I mean, it is quite dark up there, so.
Guess.
What did he say? What did she say?
I guess.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's quite not too bad out here. I think. Well, it's nothing stable, and we stop by like every other city just to get resources because
She
one of
turns to
those.
you for a moment. Why are you so persistent wanting to get me on board?
I'm not. If you notice, I'm trying to like tell you the pros and cons here, just so you have an you can make an informed decision because
Yes,
it is your
but
future after all.
you didn't have to
So,
ask me specifically. And why don't you offer it to everybody? And looks back at the watchtower.
well, I would if they want to.
Did you ask?
Well, I asked if they want to join us, and they to to do what you agreed to do, and they didn't want to. I just assumed, you know, they didn't want that. That means they don't want to go inside the train and leave.
A pretty big leap in logic there, but
I
sure.
mean, it didn't seem like a lot of people like us, okay? So I didn't want to,
So
like,
what you then? I'm not surprised.
yeah. That's why I don't know if they even want to, like, join and be in this enclosed space for, like, an indefinite amount of time, if you know what I mean. It's not like there's a terminal for Bija. I mean, we do have a a cart, a carriage for any, like, in case you want to do, like, some, in case Julianne and Briar wants to do some botany. That'd be cool. I think they were, like, hitting it off, but, like, in a friendly way, you know.
Sure.
I would hope so.
Well, when are we heading back? Or are you heading back?
Well, I don't want to force you to be here if you don't want. So I think we will head back maybe tomorrow. Probably just get a long rest.
She nods. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Just, well, there's not, like, but there's one carriage with, like, the whole plush stuff, and so maybe that would be more fun to sleep in if you
Yeah.
want to go there.
I think there's 2 passenger carriage and 2 empty carriage. So
Wait, we have 5 carriages?
including the locomotive, yeah.
Damn. Okay.
You can check on your on the
I
train
forgot
Can
sheet.
we can
I
we
forgot
call
it's 2 plus
dibs?
3. Not...
Because dibs.
Hey, I dips one for my lab.
But I already dibs it.
What do you mean?
Dipstick.
What do you mean you already dipped it? I dipped first.
Stands of dibs. Dibs. I don't think it is.
Where's this one? Oh, 4K. Okay, yeah. Well, I dips the standard carriage for my lab.
For just yourself? Wow, that's
For
a
my
little bit
lab.
unconsiderate, you think?
For my lab! It's for everyone. Okay, we'll have half of it is a lab, another half is garden. See, I can share.
Alright. So, with that, the rest of you, is there anything you guys want to do before turning in for the day?
Kinda. What's Danny up to?
Yeah.
Danny would be what's the time currently?
Around 5 or so.
5 or so. I'll be playing music along, strumming along, but like on one of the cartridges to lighten up some of the mood. But also, yeah, just playing music. I would be.
Okay. Leon's gonna approach him because I think the two have something to talk about.
Alright.
Love of it too.
Leon's just gonna walk up casually to Danny. No big ceremony, no, nothing. And just go,
Okay.
Hey.
Could I make a deception check to like show how not scared I am of him right now?
I mean, you don't.
I mean, I want to say he is startled, but then like I will leave it up to dice. I mean, never mind.
Just do what you do, and then if necessary, I'll tell you to roll. Okay?
All right. You
Yeah,
see, Danny is slightly startled by your arrival.
Hey, I just wanted to talk to you. Clear the air.
Sure thing. Let me just. He stops and like puts his guitar on the side, dusts off his pants and like stands up. What do you want to talk about?
Well, the elephant in the room, that is us fighting and me drawing a weapon on you. I just want to clear the air and make sure we're, fine, trusting each other in the future.
You have nothing to worry about. That was entirely on my part. The entire fault is on my part.
No, I had the time to really think about it. Someone disconnected? Yeah, great. I've had the time to think about it, and perhaps I could have handled it better. I know you were possessed, and that attack me wasn't really in your own consciousness, if you will, your own decision. So, I understand it's the dagger controlling you, and I understand we can't get rid of it either. But for what it's worth, I don't hold it against you.
I'm glad we could clear that up. I wanted to discuss this earlier, but I felt it'd be best appropriate if you're the one to start, and rather than me forcing whatever resolution.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
If it's any consolation. Consolation.
Shut up, Ada, you're not there.
She's actually correcting me.
There's no stars out yet.
I'm an English teacher and I had strength, okay?
If it's any consolation, I also want to part with this knife as well. I assumed it was of high importance, but learning its true nature, I realized like one of the goals or responsibilities I was given to with this knife was to hopefully one day destroy it. And yeah, so but I never felt precedent up till 2 days ago.
You think it's sentient?
I have reason to believe so. I don't think it's of its own volition. It may be a medium of some kind, if I believe.
Well, in that case, we surely don't want to destroy no daggers. We love daggers, especially cursed, possessed daggers. No intention of destroying them whatsoever, right, chum? Right?
Danny's gonna like throw it far away first, and like he's gonna just yeet it somewhere in this just somewhere not across the train.
Right.
Look, I get you. I know it might be sentient, but I understand. Wink, wink. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, don't let it know what we're planning.
Yeah, I look at my pouch. My holster for my dagger.
Is it back yet?
You wait for a bit. About additional 30 seconds. Zip, it appears
So that's the window, okay.
Yeah, there you go. Ain't she a beaut?
Yep,
Hey.
love them.
Okay, glad we could appreciate our love for pointy stuff. Yes.
By the way, to conclude the conversation, I'm sorry I proposed killing you. In my defense, you had stabbed me in the back. And going forward, I will not be militant about keeping you locked up. But I will be keeping an eye on you just because I know you sometimes cannot control it, alright?
I'm perfectly fine with that. In fact, I'm much more at ease if you did. Actually, yeah. So,
Right, shake on it.
and yeah, I give my right hand.
Leon's gonna spit into his hand and offer it.
You.
Then he's gonna return the same favor.
There you go. Handshake and then wipes on his pants.
Yeah. All's well ends well. What happens in Bladesport stays in Bladesport, I guess.
Don't say it like that in front of other people.
Yeah, you guys swapped spit and then said that, huh?
What's? I'm confused. I don't know what you're entailing.
Best not. Don't tango with forces you don't understand. So, this is another one of those. By the way, I've got your back. You don't have to have my back, just in case. But I appreciate your friendship, man.
And yours as well.
Right, enough sappy shit. Play that song again.
Bet you do. It's a sad one if you look into it, but just follow the tune. And I played the same song I did earlier in the morning. Yeah.
So, while Danny is playing music, Briar and Ahmed, is there anything you guys want to do as the day grows later?
I'm gonna go hang out with Marlene.
Alright. So you go over to Marlene, who is kind of like organizing all the food that you guys have brought back. There's a lot more kind of like dried meat, dried jerky kind of stuff, so she has kind of like a system in one of the carriage to arrange all the food that you guys have managed to brought back so far. Right,
I might help her organize some of it, just make, idle conversation.
Alright. So both of you just work on it, arrange all the food stuff, chit chat as the night goes late. Ahmed? No, I guess.
Well, no, there's nothing to do on the train.
Alright.
We're still on the train, right?
Yes, you're still on the rest.
Just waiting, preparing for the journey back to Bladesport, I guess.
Alright. So, you guys went on and rested for the night. During the night, since you're sleeping outside, who's keeping watch?
I'll keep second watch.
Yeah, go ahead.
I can see the dark.
Arrange.
I'll keep the... Wait, is the first or the third watch also in the dark?
I guess in this case, since you're stopping earlier, the first watch is in light, the rest is in dark.
I'll do the second dark after Ada.
So turn then.
I'll do the when there's light time.
Since you guys are settling down earlier, so around 5 p.m. right now, so this one has light, the rest does not.
Number one, right?
Yeah, what?
Number one, where is it? Is it the planks?
Yes, the planks.
Okay.
That's what. Oh my god!
Obvious.
I don't want it to be obvious. I want it to be like.
You act friendly.
When you see it, like
it could be more obvious. Oh, sorry, I meant to say less obvious. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's a little too obvious as it's.
Yeah, like if you don't notice it, if you don't look for it, it's just a background, it's just a part of the background. But when you look at it, wait a minute, that's 1, 2, 3 with obvious division. That's the idea.
Yeah, but then like people have to ask every time.
Brian, what about you?
My Discord's cutting in and out. I only got about half of that.
Are you guys which watch are you going to take first, second, third?
Can I take third so I have more time to spend with Marlene?
Alright, sure. So, I'm alone on the first watch, so why don't you go ahead and roll me perception check.
Me and my infamous perception checks. Percepting. Oh, okay, this time I realize.
18.
19.
19. Sorry. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you are keeping watch on your surrounding, trying to see if there are anything that would be of note. You notice one of the cloud, I guess, is moving kind of like strangely fast. They realize, oh, that's not a cloud, that's a piece of cloth.
Oh no. Oh
And it's
shit.
just
Oh,
like
no.
fluttering away from the city, actually. It's just flying off to to the
The
west.
distance?
Yes, just flying off to the west, away from you guys. Not sure where it's headed, but it's just being carried away by the wind.
Away from us, right? To the west.
I'm sorry?
I'm just gonna, keep an eye on it because I can see from afar, right? I can see really far.
Yeah, you can see really far.
Yeah, I'm gonna, keep an eye on it, see where it goes, where it went, what does it do.
Alright. At the moment, it seems to just be blown by the wind at the moment. So, and after a while, when the night grows later and it gets far enough away, you lose sight of him and it's gone.
Alright. Alright, I'll wake the other group and then tell them that I saw what I saw. To keep an eye out on that thing. The floaty trash bag.
Alright.
Hey, Danny, get up.
So,
It's your turn now.
Danny and Ada, go ahead, roll me perception check, please, as you keep an eye.
Okay.
I roll with disadvantage, right? Because it's nighttime.
Yes. No, you. I mean, if we have light, I guess you autofill if the you're not turning on lights at the rust engine.
No, okay, then I assume we have lights. I don't know.
Yeah. So
All right.
normal.
Yeah, no. Oh, normal. Okay. Oh.
No. Wow.
Wow. Okay, I think there could be a narrative reason for this.
What?
Yeah. Where are we? Like spotting or like keeping night watch?
I'm assuming you guys would be on top of the rust engine, like on the roof, So that gives you a 360 view of the surroundings. I'm assuming both of you are sitting on the roof with Chicky on the side, curling up like a cat, but not really.
doing the
How
Boston Dynamics
how
like.
would he do that? Wait, I think Chicky can also wait, Chicky's really good at percepting. And
Yeah,
he
there
has
you
dark
go.
vision too.
Yeah,
I
go
forgot
ahead.
about it.
You added
That's
dark
me, I know.
vision to
That's
a
me.
Clutch.
Yeah.
You added.
I'm too busy maintaining Chicky because of all the damage he has had, and Chicky's just like so alert,
yeah. Alright. So Chicky 21. Yeah, sorry, then go on.
I guess like so you're repairing Chiki at this moment or like doing maintenance work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I want to bring up a conversation with you. All right. While we're scouting out, I'm just gonna pull out my dagger and just look at it and then focus on percepting again because oh god, this is our job. Why am I doing this? How you holster it, and then after a certain moment, Ada.
Yeah.
Is repairing cheeky or maintaining? I don't know proper vocab, but is it time consuming or like attention taken?
I have no idea what you just said.
Are you busy?
Depends on what you need me to do. If you need me to run over to the end of the train, maybe not. So I'm busy doing something. But if you just want to talk, I can
Okay,
do two things at once.
all right, then that's what I wanted to do. We're just asking for, so we had a wild day yesterday, and some time to reflect, I'm assuming.
Uh-huh.
Is what you said back then about right after I stabbed Leon on X, while I was possessed by the knife, you harbored something akin to like knowing what it's like dealing with curses. Was the fire a result of that specifically? Was that what you were referring to?
Ada, as she repairs Chicky, you can see her pause for a bit. Just kind of frozen up, but just for a second or two. And then she continues to work. Yeah. I guess you can say that is a curse.
I'm gonna be frank. I haven't been truthful on my age per se, on my experience.
No, you're kidding.
So I think I mentioned it to Leon once. I don't know if you've told anyone else, but I'm not actually 30 odd. I'm more 21.
Oh
And,
no, I never would have guessed.
all right. It's just look.
You gotta act better, Danny. I don't know what to say. You can change your face, but
I'm a good poser, but I'm not the best salesman, to say the least.
yeah, you work best when you keep your mouth shut.
That's true, unfortunately. But regardless, pulling back the topic.
You know, this is the way I joke, right?
I kind of find it difficult to discern. I may be a social person, but I am terrible at reading social cues, if you haven't noticed.
Oh, and I thought you were wiser than me.
That's the thing I wanted to bring up about. This whole venturing business, I've only been a year alone. Before then, and before the war, before everything, I was. I think I was where I think I've mentioned this, but I was with my traveling companion, my father, in all cases. He was the previous owner of this dandy knife, and the giver of my class. He says silently, like at a more softer tone for the class.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, before we parted ways, I was being chased by a group of weirdos. I don't know, it's just something They've been doing it for as long as I can remember in my life. And they've been doing it since even after I've met my father. They're sort of zealotous, discriminatory type of folk. Without like any further proof, I can't say for sure, but I'm pretty sure they're a cult. And
Okay.
it has something definitely against Kichards specifically. Like, I have a brain of a headache with this. Regardless, I'm just saying the point of that brief rapport is I've had a harsh upbringing and a harsh life, and I was pretty sure that I felt ready to take it on alone, and I just can't. All this white creature stuff, rocks falling out of the sky, and now this. I found it very daunting and overwhelming for me to handle with it, and I wanted to ask you if it seems like you've been also carrying this burden far longer than I would have. How do you deal with it?
Oh. Well, I don't know about you, and I don't know how you got that curse. I do know that I've spent basically all of my life trying to avoid it. As in, not avoid, sorry. I mean, restrain it. That's basically all I do. And honestly, friends, people around me really helped. Like, so much. So, trusting them, that's good. They're the ones who keep you in check. So, that's definitely something you want. You want comrades, you want friends. But Danny, you don't deserve any. You deserve nothing. You'll always be alone forever.
You know what? Danny's gonna stab his arm, not his arm. Yeah, not his hand. Sorry, his hand, just in case.
Get ready to pull out the dagger from your belt. You pull it out, and it's not there anymore. As you see Ada begin to slowly, her face start to shape and contort into just like smoke a little bit as she steps forward a little bit more, and she's the one that has the dagger. She raises it.
I'm gonna stand defiantly. I'm just gonna look at whatever amalgam of a visage
And
that I can
she
see.
stabs herself right in her chest. You kind of like, strangely, what the hell's going on? And you realize your hand's the one holding the dagger, stabbing her. And then both of you, and then you wake up. You kind of jolt up for a moment. You're still on top of the train. Ada's behind you. Both of you just fell asleep, apparently. He's still sleeping, leaning against you right now.
Am I stabbed?
The dagger is in your hand.
In you're
Ada's
being ambiguous. In Ada's hand or in my hand?
In Danny's hand.
Okay. Fuck. I'm Danny's gonna start talking to the dagger. He doesn't care if he's waking up Ada. Listen here, you son of a bitch. What do you want with me?
The dagger just sits there with the normal sheet.
I know you can hear me, you son of a... I will destroy you. You best believe that. I don't need your stupid powers. He's just gonna throw it off, and he's just gonna, just rub his face for a bit. He turns to look at Ada. Is Ada are we? He realizes we're supposed to be in watch. He checks the time. Is it supposed to be the time where we,
You
change
turn.
shifts?
So you kind of check the time. It's almost there, not quite there yet. And then as you're talking to yourself, keep saying that you're trying to destroy and everything and all that. You hear,
You can try.
as you turn around, you see Ada's not there anymore. And you feel kind of like this strong force just on your shoulder, just something like grabbing you immediately and just begin to shake you around, almost like tossing you right off the rust engine. And then you wake up to Leon shaking your shoulder.
What's happening to you? Wake up, man.
You see Leon, you're on the rust engine. You woke up Danny and Ada, who apparently was sleeping during their shift.
You're thrashing about like a madman. What's going on?
What's my real age?
Sorry?
How old am I?
I remember having a conversation with you about this. I want to say 21.
I'll push this visage. You don't know that yet.
Wait, what?
I haven't told anyone yet my real age. I like.
Oh, haven't you?
No, I told you I was 35 and I lied.
Oh, 35. Sorry. Yeah, I that's a player misremembering. Sorry.
Okay.
My bad. 35.
Is it?
Why?
I can't deal with this. I don't know if that's.
You can't expect me to remember numbers after lying about them. Come on.
All right.
You're like 35 or 40 or something. Why?
I'm gonna be honest. I've been having dreams. You were not you. I was not patrolling. I was doing that wash, and Ada wasn't Ada. My knife is communicating with me.
Wait, run me by that again. I wasn't me. Ada wasn't Ada. So
Separate
you had a
occasions.
dream about strangers?
This foggy mess of hoo-ha that took the form of you guys tricked me.
Oh, you're
reason-
all right.
The reason why I was perturbed by our interaction today was because I had an earlier vision of you, a dream. That's why I woke up early against everyone, instead of like in front of everyone today.
I see. And what was the dream about?
It said it couldn't get rid of it. I couldn't get rid of it.
No.
The next dream I had apparently just now was me talking with Ada regarding our vices. This prickly little fella, the knife. I just gesture to the knife. I don't hold it. I just like hover on the holster. What time is it?
Let me check my sender real quick.
I'll be around.
Oh, it's remarkably early. Yeah, Jim?
Yeah, it'll be around 3 or 4. So.
It's like 3.
I don't want to waste your night watch, I guess, shift. You best be heading up. I'm fine for now.
Sure. Do you want, like, a set of manacles or something? Just to make sure you don't like hurt yourself in your sleep.
I'm fine with that. Yeah. I take out my manacles.
Give me your own. Yeah, you have the key for it.
Yeah.
We're gonna just like manacle him to whatever is nearby. Bed frame, the radiator pipe.
All right, yeah.
Anything.
Radiator pipe, yeah.
Make sure it's not a 1 inch. I guess is the smallest I can squeeze. Yeah, make sure it's that.
Yeah.
All right, I'll make it tight. Yeah, okay.
All right. So with that, you wake up Ada as well, and Briar. So Briar, you join in Leon for his watch. So go ahead, roll the perception checks, please.
We can do those. Me and Briar, notoriously perceptive.
Both of you, yeah. I feel like you should have spread it out, but yeah, sure.
Yeah. Oh, that's pathetic, but not bad actually. 15's good.
Over here.
Come on, Briar. One up me.
What is it? D20.
Yeah, D10.
Yes, sir.
All right. No chances.
+5, yeah?
That's 17.
For what?
Hey, that's 2 up me. Nice.
Alright. So,
You know what? I'll take it.
alright. Both of you keep an eye on your surroundings. With your dark vision, you're able to peer beyond the light that the rust engine is emitting, and keep an eye on any goings on in the area. You do see a couple of kind of like stray animals. You see like a pair of wolves kind of walk around for a bit. They walk, sees the rust engine, and then turns around and flee. See a couple of foxes around as well, but beyond that, the place seems good. No ghosts hiding in it.
It's always a good evening when there's no ghosts prowling about.
As you keep watch, you would see the sun begin to rise in the east, brightening up the day, and one by one, the members of your rust engine begin to stir up, and a new day is upon. So, with that, what do you guys want to do now? So you guys, one by one, you guys wake up. Everybody start to stir up from their sleep. You would begin to smell foods being opened up and being distributed to everybody for the night.
So, am I released from the manacle?
You're still on the manacle.
You would have the key.
Oh,
Leon!
okay.
Okay.
You'd have the key to unlock yourself because.
I have the key. That would be so dangerous. What if possessed me knows the key?
Well, that's a risk I was willing to take.
Okay, I unlock myself. Okay, I'm sorry, but I gotta do this. I'm just gonna hop on to the train cart, to the top of the train cart. I'm gonna go back to my key chart for like. I'm assuming we set up on one side of the train, not like have two separate sides where we're like setting up meals and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I stand attention. I just stand like at the group, overseeing everyone. I take off my hat. I drop it next to me. I take off the cape that should be real. Yes, that was one of the guards from. Was it Kinangal? Yeah, Kinangal. Right. And I revert to my key chart form, and I wait. So, have we taken a long rest?
Yes, you have.
Okay, I'm just gonna. Oh wait, I don't have it. That's not prestidigitation. God damn it. Freak! I'm gonna thunderclap, and then just gets everyone's attention.
You know you get everyone's attention within 100 feet of you.
We're 10 minutes away by train. That's far.
Everybody gonna look around like, what the hell's going on here? Raikiri is just, oh my god, this guy again.
Attention! Attention, please. I'd like to be truthful to myself. I'm not who I am. I'm not. I'm not a homeborn. I'm actually a Keychart. My name's Danny Goodman still, but you can refer to me if you want my real name as Gerdmon. My real age is 21. I'm a failure of a bard, and I worked as a bounty hunter for a couple of months. Please take care of me, and I just do like a solemn vow.
Leon's gonna look at Ada. What did you do to him last night?
I don't know. I was asleep.
I'm sorry for betraying your trust. And if anything, I'm hope with my announcement today, we can broker better and stronger relationships. I'm sorry, and that's all. He's gonna grab his hat and cape and then just like
woo!
I'm gonna. You make that loud noise just to introduce yourself. God damn it! You could have called us normally, Danny. You make my head hurt.
Yeah, like I already know your age is 21. You told me last night.
Danny looks very concerned. He does not know what to think anymore. He's just gonna avoid Ada and put on the cape and the hat and just tuck himself in a corner in his Keychart form.
Alright. So people can like mutter amongst each other for a bit. The only one that's looking... Two people that's looking kind of sus at Danny now. One of them always kind of have a slight hatred towards Danny. That's Raikiri. Kind of looks at him, just shakes his head. Lilith kind of like walks over to Raikiri, kind of whispers to him a little bit, like, what the hell? It's just whispering between the two of them, just confused at what is going on with.
Ada's gonna just lay Lilith.
Can I notice this, or do I notice this?
What's your passive?
Did we not notice this?
Passive perception is. It should be 10 plus my modifier, right? Or
I can see it. Yours is 14. I think only Ada doesn't see it because Ada only had 10.
God damn it!
Yeah, I think only Ada doesn't see it. Everybody else can see.
Hashtag.
You're not trying to
If
hide.
she had seen it, she would have glared Lilith to death.
I think I noticed them conversing. I just try not to pay attention to them and just continue on.
Right.
Staying in my Keychart form.
Everybody else just majority kind of went on as normal. Like, what the fuck was that? But yeah, you would see a couple like bro can like walk over to you, pat you on the back, a little bit too hard. You're good, buddy. And
thank you.
Yeah, it's all right. Like, we can have secret identity. You want to know what secret identity is?
You have one?
Go ahead.
My real name is not Briggs.
No.
Yeah, it's Brick.
Like the brick?
Yeah.
Like
Oh my
the
god. Why did you do
motor
that?
and like.
Yeah, like the rock. Yeah, it's kind of dumb. I don't know why my parents named me that, but like that's why I picked the name Briggs. It's like brick, so it's close to brick. Yeah. So like I remember, cooler. Right?
It's cooler.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like
I already knew this.
So it's not that difficult for me to remember my own name. At the same time, like it's something new. It's not like a rock anymore because I'm smarter than a rock.
I think the main attention wasn't your intellect, but your fortitude. You're unnerving. You survived that wild heart attack. I tried to punch him in the shoulder and then fail.
You try to punch him, like you moved back instead of him, when you punched him.
You're tough like a brick. I think that's why they named it that.
But I was a baby though. How do they know I'm brick?
Means they want you to. Maybe you came out like a brick,
I remember a story my dad used to tell. One of his friend has a daughter named Roses. You know why?
Why?
Well, because when she was a little kid, a petal of rose fell on top of her head.
Oh, wait.
That's
That's
almost like.
Yeah, Maybe
that's how you got your name
Wait,
too.
does that mean a brick fall on your head, Briggs?
I did have an indent right here. You see right here? There's like an indent on my skull. I thought it's like normal.
Oh my god, Briggs, that's definitely it. I think because, like, you survived that brick to the head, they have to name you Brick because you're tough like a brick.
You know what? That's not too bad.
That's just honestly amazing how you're standing. Quite impressive.
Well, I am Brick after all. I'm made from bricks. Get it?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna make a song about you.
Thank you. Alright. So, with that new information in mind, you guys had some breakfast. This time, Shibale and Marlene kind of prepared like the local food here, which is apparently just cut dried meat basically for everybody. So it kind of hands off everybody small chunks of meat for you guys to have for breakfast. And after that, as you guys cleaned up, what do you guys want to do now?
I want to reveal some of my backstory, but that might pad out that session time.
We can do it some other time as well. We got more sessions in the future. So, what do you guys want
let
to
other
do?
people have a main character moment, okay?
I wasn't trying to. I'm sorry.
So, what do you guys want to do? What do you guys want to do?
Go back.
Go back, yeah?
We told I'm gonna check in on Nepia, see how she feels after a day, after a night.
Yeah, she seems to be she's a part of the group. It's not like she's like away on the tower by herself or anything like that. She's just sitting there alone eating, but then Marlene would go over and chat with her a little bit. Issa would kind of gossip with her for a bit. And she kind of awkwardly nods around and everything. There's no place for her to be edgy by
alone.
herself anymore. So, hey.
Okay. Then I guess I'll ask the group. So what's our plan now? I mean, I assume we're gonna go back for a bit. Just ask if anyone wants to come in because we have 2 more stockpiles, and they are capable enough to find one for themselves. So, I mean, unless like we don't want anyone else to come into the train. I'm talking to the party. Okay.
We know. We're thinking. Are we so needy?
Wow.
Really runs in the family, huh?
What do you mean?
Oh, you're engaged. Your family now. Sorry.
Close enough.
I guess.
That doesn't.
So, what do you guys want to do?
Well, we could offer or mention that we have 2 spaces available, and if anybody wants to come on both, they're more than welcome to. But I don't know about really inviting them unless you have a solid enough of a reason to.
I mean, is it better to leave it up to chance? Because isn't it better if we ask someone who we already know?
I'm just worried we're taking the people away from, their friends and their units.
I guess so. But I mean, if we say it out loud, I don't think anyone would just like, hey, I'm gonna go,
That's a good point, yeah.
I mean, yeah. I think we should just ask the ones that we're close to. Like the Vorpal unit. I asked Nipia, and she said she will think about it. So it's not a hard no. Matador said that he will go where Bija and Bullwhip. Bullwhip?
Bullwhip.
That's his name? Yeah. Bullwhip is. So they're like a 3-for-1 deal.
We don't really have the supplies for a 3-for-1 deal.
No, but we can find supplies, right?
Good point.
Like we did with Asier, Broom, and Lilith.
Why the? I could hear the eye roll.
She did eye roll, yes. No, just look at her, man. Like all over people, and just like, whoa, I'm so close to Rakiri.
Are you jealous?
No, I just don't like clerics or flirty bishops. Yeah, they think you're so pretty and like, whoa, I'm a healer, so everybody wants me. Yeah.
Adelaide, I don't know how to say this, but you sound remarkably jealous.
I'm not jealous.
Alright, you're not.
Yeah. Anyway, we go back and ask, or do we just, or we don't ask and we just leave to the next city? I feel like we should say bye though. They helped us a lot.
We should definitely say bye and offer a seat to those you guys deem worthy. I mean, they're all capable fighters, but it's also a very interwoven web of alliances. And I don't know who to take away from it without collapsing something else.
Yes, so. Although it doesn't seem like everyone's staying, right?
I think most people are leaving, right?
You don't know. You see some people packing, but you never really saw who's leaving or staying.
Well, we could go back to check the situation. Offer who we want to offer. Then, if they don't want to go, we just say goodbye. If you do want to go, then we leave.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are going to head there. So it's not. Are you guys walking there? Are you bringing the rust engine there?
Can we? I mean, it's 10 minutes away. Means it's very
Yeah,
far.
quite far. Yeah.
So, we don't have the rust cycles, all of it.
No,
do we?
yeah, we're gonna
No.
waste the fuel if we use the rust cycles, right?
So-
It's much better to train.
Can we just like bring the train close enough and then we walk all the way back?
All right. So you bring the rust engine right outside of the city, where the tunnel kind of goes up into the city. So you guys disembark at that point and begin making your way towards the watchtower. Nepia will be following you. Are you bringing anyone else?
Everyone's to follow. Let's say we're going back to say goodbye. Anybody wants to come?
Oh, I think I'll go. Broom kinda goes. Broom says, wanting to follow. Raikiri will be staying. I guess these three will be going.
Yeah, for sure.
Isa, Broom, and also Kaz begin joining you guys as you guys make your way towards the watchtower. Upon arriving there, it's quite uneventful in the journey. But upon arriving there, you guys would be able to see some people are starting to pack up. You can see them packing on the ground floor. You can see a lot of them are packing up food, packing up supplies, rolling them into bags, checking out their weapons, making sure everything's good. And as you enter the place, the people are gonna turns their head to you for a moment, and then turn back to whatever they were doing next. People here don't seem to bother with you guys just coming in and out as normal.
And is there bullwhip or matador on the floor?
Right now you would see Bullwhip chatting with the rest of the group. He doesn't seem to be packing, but he's talking to the people who are leaving.
Is a lot of people leaving or just a few? Or
You
just
can see
like
quite a
half?
bit. You can see about half of the people are packing up to leave right now.
I guess I'll walk up to Bullwhip.
All right, so you walk over to Bullwhip. The guy, he seems to be talking to the other guy, something, trying to persuade him not to leave, but the other guy kind of shakes his head and walks off. He just bemoans his situation, then notices you approach. Hey, Ada, right? How can I
Yeah,
help you?
we talked last night.
Yeah,
Last night.
yeah,
Yesterday.
yeah.
So how many are leaving? And I look around the tavern.
I say about half of them. Been planning to head somewhere. We don't really have a plan right now, but definitely not here. The rest of us are we're planning to stay though. Just, I mean, we have food here. We got shelter. We will slowly try to retake the castle. But yeah. What
What are
about
you
you
gonna
guys? You
do?
guys planning to leave soon? Soon? Heard some noises
Yeah.
coming from the castle. You brought your rust engine back.
Yeah, remember we said we were gonna get stuff? We got stuff and no one was killed. So this time around.
Thank you.
What what are you gonna do with the white creatures when you say retake the castle?
Something. Bija was looking for a cure or something like that. Once she gets back to tip-top shape, I guess we'll proceed. See if we can't find anything.
But if how is she doing?
He looks to the stairs. Uh, not not that good.
Worse?
She finally slept. So that's good. An improvement.
Yeah. Eating?
No.
No.
We'll get to it. Don't worry about it. We'll force feed her if necessary.
How are you?
I'm fine. It's me. Bullwhip. Sasa. My name means
And
awesomeness. So you know.
really? In
Not
what
really.
language?
I have no idea, to be honest.
Oh.
Yeah. I just
Can
assume
I
it is, because I'm such an awesome guy, so yeah. It's all good.
can I insight to see if she's actually fine?
Go ahead, inside check.
I'm not good, but yeah, never mind.
Uh,
Uh,
he's not very good at lying. You can see that he is worried, scared, like just a bunch at the same time. But he's not broken down just yet. He's resilient. He's scared. He's worried. He's unsure about the future, but he's resilient.
and this one I would whisper, I guess, I won't say it out loud. Would you be okay with the psycho thing?
He just been taking care of me, but I'm sure Matador cannot take her place for a bit, so I think we'll be fine. I think. Yeah.
We're leaving soon.
Yeah, well, you might want to say goodbye to the rest, Nepia. Actually, where is Nepia? I haven't seen her whole day.
Well, I assume Nepia's with us.
Yeah.
Well, she's over there.
Ah, where you been? I've been with them. What? Yeah. Can I go out? Yeah, I guess. Just, let me know something, you know? I'm the leader after all. Yeah. I'm gonna go upstairs because, do this. And she walks upstairs to her usual spot on the roof.
To her roof.
Yes. So, the rest of you, is there anything or something?
I was gonna continue. Hold on.
Yeah.
Sorry. I just one more last thing. I'll just as Napier goes away, I'm just gonna ask. Well, if you'd like to leave, we have room on our train.
I mean, I'd love to, but
We can bring Matador and Bija, maybe Julianne too. Although since half of you are staying, it's probably not a good idea. I'm so sorry.
well, I mean, if you're planning to leave, I mean, if you don't mind bringing all of us, because I don't feel like leaving anyone behind, you know? I'm the leader after all, so I can't leave
How
these guys
many?
behind.
How many? As half?
So there is myself, there's Bija, Matador, Napier, obviously. And then there's
it's like 4.
yeah, there's Julian and Lockjaw.
5.
And
Okay.
then Master, Box, Rookie, Spearhead, and Rocker Boy.
10 people. 10 people decided to stay.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I mean, we'll work our keep if you're willing to have us. Just saying.
They're out to the party. Come on.
Did we clear out the food storage compartment in the castle, in the fort, or is there more?
I checked out the place you told me. I checked the cellar, and then there's a pantry area. This is Brooke, by the way.
Yeah, yes.
I need a
that's
different
right.
accent for him.
I thought it was Briggs. Honestly, this sounds
Yeah.
the same.
It was Briggs.
Alright,
Wait, was
let
Briggs in
me do a
the
different one for Broom.
No, it was only Issa, Broom, and Asier, right? That followed us.
Issa, Broom, and Cans.
Oh, okay.
Well, I checked the cellar, checked the pantry. Everything seems good. Don't see, we took everything. Then on the way we went to like this lab kind of stuff, so we took the white rock thing, and we took some lab equipment. There's still some left of there if you wanna, but
we made sure to move the white rocks away from our food supply, right?
don't ask
They're
me.
not.
The little one's the one doing all the packing and
Oh
stuff.
boy. Yeah, I gotta double check that just in case.
I mean, okay, listen. Is it a bad idea to put 10 people who are actually capable to get their own food and stuff
I
off the
mean,
tree?
it's not
Like-
like we're gonna, I'd say put them in. I don't want to leave these people behind,
Then the next question is, do we have room? I know we have 4 carriages, but
We got 4 carriages. Those rust engine carried like what, hundreds people back then, right? Back then.
it was 200. How many carriages was there in the start?
Was it 7 or 6?
6.
6, and that was
6.
200. Okay.
Okay.
Well, we have like what, 15 people?
Essentially, you don't have to worry about space. You only need to worry about weight capacity.
Alright, the things that chased us.
Yeah. So basically, your rust engine right now has a weight capacity of 150 tons. You can check on the train's character sheet right now where it is at.
150 tons.
Yeah. If I recall correctly, you're at 149 tons. 46. There you go. You're at 146 tons.
Wait,
Wait, we're already over? Are we?
No,
you have
146.
146. Your limit is
We have
150.
3.5.
Because I'm taking into account the rust engine that you're pulling, the carriages that you're pulling as well. Those add to the weight.
I see.
And of course, you have 3 bikes on there, so there's that as well.
And how many is 1 ton of people?
One ton of people? Ah, shit.
Yeah.
Average weight. What is the average weight of an adventurer? Of an adventurer. Let's see.
What did you get?
About I say 150 pounds with equipments and shit. So 1
So that's-
ton is we're doing math here. 6 people apparently.
Wait,
106
150
people? No
pounds
way.
with equipment? Is that what you said?
Yeah, is that right?
Like
That
150
feels
pounds is
wrong.
68 kilos,
Oh, okay, maybe
which
not.
is
then.
like, it's lower than average for a person.
Yeah.
Like, around an average person, I guess, 150 pounds.
1
But like,
ton.
Basically,
Leon, my
900
character has
kilos.
120 pounds of equipment on him.
well, there you go. So I
So-
guess we'll just say you don't have
Like
to worry.
300
You don't
pounds or
have to
something?
worry about the people weight. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
You don't have to worry
If we
about the
take in 10,
Yeah. If you're
Even
taking
if
10,
it's-
yeah, sure, yeah.
and they're willing to hunt.
The one that you will have to worry is finding food, because if you're hunting, you have to stop every 8 hours to every 24 hours to grab foods and shit to go hunt for food.
I
And
mean,
it's
we
gonna
don't
be
even spend 8 hours on the train to get to
Yeah,
the city.
we
so-
always stop.
and you're gonna have a difficult time looking for food if you're underground.
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
gonna
right, the next stretch of road. Oh God.
I'm gonna call everybody. Well, guys, I guess we need to discuss this in depth if we want to take all 10. Do you have any place to call everybody and get everybody's opinion on the matter?
The roof. Let's go.
I mean, the roof, yeah, it's a
Nepia.
private area. Only Nepia's there.
All right.
So, what do we have any intel on what city Virkaf?
Let's see.
We're gonna talk about that. So
One-
put
If
up
you
in
could
there.
ask the locals, they've been here. They must have known at least something about the neighboring cities.
That's true. Good, clever. Because else I would have used your intelligence modifier to see how far of a city they would know.
Oh goody, that would have been a minus something.
Yeah. So by asking
Why are
people
you
around
dumb?
here,
I'm a dumb cowboy. What do you want from me?
but by asking the people, you would know that the Veracaf is an underground city built into the mountain range there. It is kind of like centered around. It is a luminar city, if I recall correctly. So it's centered around knowledge and shit. Yeah, that's essentially it. So there are like
Wait.
a couple of universities in there.
Wait. If it's underground, do you think they survived? It's like Kinningal. They survived.
Hold on. Maybe. Possibly.
Oh my god, actual civilization that isn't xenophobic.
We don't know. We don't know luminars. We don't know underground luminars. Sorry. Also, hey, 10 people for now. If Briar don't mind, you can cast good berries every day to make sure they're fed if you can't
Oh
hunt.
my god, yeah.
If Briar don't mind, I mean.
So she'll be wasting a level 1 spell slot, or is it level 2?
Level 1.
Not wasting, but using. Level 1. Okay then.
Looks
Briar,
like
are you up for it?
Briar?
I can see her mic going up. The green coming up, but she's I'm not hearing voices.
Maybe write it down if you hear us.
If you can hear us, give us a sign.
Okay. Would you
Okay.
mind using a spell slot every day to keep 10 people fed? Because you can do exactly 10 people. No, don't mind. Okay. You know what I mean?
Recruit
Nice.
up! Da-da-da-da.
Oh, she can hear us, but can't
Can't
speak.
reply.
Okay. Do it for the. Oh.
Hello?
I think
Yay!
my mic needs adjustment.
Okay, there you go. We can hear
Yeah.
you. So, as they were saying, are you willing to spend your one spell slot every day to feed your additional people?
Y- yeah.
Okay, that's all we heard. That's good enough. I'm sorry.
It felt like a clause.
All right. So yeah, with Briar's agreement, you guys.
Well, we okay. So we're in United Front. So we could. The only thing is to ask everyone else. But do we need to ask everyone else? I guess just for respect, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Kind of respect.
he may call himself a leader, but I don't think everyone falls in line, that quickly.
So
Okay, then I'll turn to. I was gonna say Broom. What's his name? Bullwhip. Hey. You know, I won't say no to that. We could bring all 10 people, but I just need to talk to my people first.
hey,
Be back.
Oh,
Sure.
we're talking to our people. I thought we were talking about.
What?
right.
I mean, we need to ask the people on the train if they're okay with it, isn't it?
Yeah. That too, but I thought we were gonna discuss on the individual SAGS members who either are willing to still fight for Bladesford.
No, that's the only one that's staying behind is 10 people. That's 10 people that we want to bring into our train.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you go up to the roof. The easiest way is to pull out your sender and then open the group chat. And then a flurry of messages go through as Briar tries to comprehend the message going so fast.
No, don't do message. Hey, everybody! Can everybody get in a group call right now? That's what. That's what I say in like caps lock.
And I immediately hear boop, 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 boop,
Okay.
boop, boop.
Why is it Skype? I mean,
that's the only.
What if it's not called Skype? Oh my god, this is worse.
it's longer than Nokia. Anyway, obviously,
No. Over here, it's not a
answer it.
Nokia. It's a Yeskia over here.
Wow.
Oh my god. Boo.
Anyways,
Boo.
I'm speechless.
you pick up the group call. Raikiri was the first one to ask you.
Answer.
So we're done? We're going back or what?
Okay, so like, is everyone there?
Yep.
Shibali, can you hear us?
I can hear you, darling. Don't you worry.
Okay. Rose, can you hear us? Oh, she's so big now. Look, Leah, she's talking. Okay, anyway.
Oh, we have two individuals named after flowers. I just realized.
Hey, okay, so just like we did some calculations, you know. We're thinking, what if we bring up more people into the train?
You sure? That's a good idea, Raikiri.
They're heavily armed. They know combat experience. There'll be more. I directly stare at Raikiri's like screen. Useful, in your words.
More people to guard the train, so you can go do stuff.
Well, I like more people. More people's nice.
Is this Briggs?
Breaks, yeah.
Bricks. Well, Bricks
Is he now caught me? Wait.
Who else? Come on.
Briggs is in. Anyone else? Nay?
I think I'll leave it to you guys. Marlene, Asya, hey, you're the leader, so you do your thing. Yeah, I'm not sure why you called us. Your group is the head of this thing after all.
Well, I
think
mean,
that decision falls on you.
Yeah, but we just want to respect you guys, you know? because this is a lot of people and everybody's gonna live together. So, and this is a lot. Like we're talking, like a small village. Well, not village, a small group, an extended family, I guess. And just want to make sure that, concerns and grievances are aired so
If
that
you
nobody's like, why did they bring in 10 people? Yeah.
well, that decision is up to you, if you ask me. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Kaz kind of pipes up. I think it should be up to you guys.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that's the right thing as well.
Rakiri? Kiki?
Well, I'm part of the leader, right? So I guess that decision falls up to us. So,
I guess.
No, hold on. Who made him part of Redline?
All of us are red line. Look, hey, we weren't the only ones that escaped Quantical, okay? He was also there. Can't exclude him. Because he's a douche.
Is that Danny? Of course.
No, it's Gerd mine.
Well, are we picking up those
Danny's
people
actually
or not?
smiling from that like he smiles from that comment.
So we're picking them up or not? If they
Let's
are
go.
as
Let's pick them up.
Alright.
More
Okay.
people.
More people.
More people. Alright. So with that decision made, you guys make your way down and inform that to Bullwhip. He's definitely excited with the idea. So he goes on to inform the group, the people that are staying, and some of them are apprehensive, but given that you're taking everyone, they're saying, like, why not? There's no reason for us to stay here anyways. The other group kind of gives you kind of side eye a little bit as you go on this conversation, as they slowly, one by one, their group begins to filter out and head off somewhere, not quite sure, but they're heading southwards by the looks of it.
Where's this group?
The other half that
The
decided
other
to
half
leave?
of the group, which is people with a lot of names that you don't know, which is Livestock, Butcher, Bloodshot, Lockhart, Weber, Horace, Angsty, and Brickbrack.
Someone was called Lock On?
Yes.
Someone was called Angsty.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
We need them to go with Rakiri.
Yo, yeah. We need to get all the emo people, all the emo edgy people. They're my people.
Just that one wagon is just the emos. It's like
Yeah.
all black on the outside.
An emo carriage, you know.
This is like getting
black.
this is like getting extra units in a Fire Emblem game. Like, ooh, more relationships I can fire them with.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, those group went on ahead first. You can see them saying their goodbyes to members of the ones that are staying. But it was quick. None of them actually kind of said goodbye to you. They just said goodbye to the Sags. You kind of get the feeling that the ones that left are the ones that are not a fan of what you guys have done this past few days. So as as these guys left, you would see Nepia on the roof waving them goodbye, Matador and Bullwhip, with Julian, Lockjaw, and a couple more people. All of them stand outside waving these people goodbye. They carried some of the resources that are here, and they're making their journey south in hopes for a better land, which leaves you guys with the rest of
Julian's not joining?
Julian's with you. Julian's
okay.
waving people
Oh.
goodbye.
You know what? As a parting gift, I'll give like 4 of them bardic inspiration. Wait, no, that only lasts 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
By the time they're out of town, your inspiration's gone. They forgot about you already.
Never mind. Oh god, I need to level up in bard. Okay.
Alright, so as these guys walk out, leaving you guys behind, Bullwhip looks at you guys. Alright, time for some heavy lifting. He kinda shows off his guns, and you can see some some parts of his arm begin to like open up a little bit. You know, just
Does it go?
thank you.
Damn.
Well,
I wish my arms were guns.
well,
But like, cool guns.
why don't we see if we have spares and then now we can chop
No,
you
no,
up?
I don't want to chop my arms out. Just, if my arms get chopped up. But I don't want to chop my arms out.
Right.
Anyway.
You'll lose. You won't get your arm chopped. Get it? Yeah. I gotcha.
What?
So.
Oh, anyway.
That is so ominous.
We're heading to the next city, which is supposed to be a Luminar city, apparently.
Yeah,
and so we don't know if there's gonna be much food there. So what we're gonna do is
we still have the food
Brian
that
here.
you guys provided us. We can use that, temporary as a temporary food supply.
Oh, I mean, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You can bring up the food into our train. Yeah, why not?
All right. We got some rust cartridges, and I think we should bring BJ's terminals as well. Maybe you should.
Yeah, we have like 3 tons of things left, so yeah, we can bring it. There's some room.
All right.
And I would love to have the terminal.
All right. Why don't you bring the rust engine close, then I will start carrying stuff up.
Okay.
All right, Sags, listen up. I'm gonna turn to the crew and begins.
Oh, also before he does that, I'm just gonna say, but you gotta earn your keep. Okay, we need to find like stockpiles of food. We need to find resources so that our end destination so far is Swifle.
Sounds good to me. Just want to stick together.
Yeah.
Want to keep Sag alive. So
yeah.
If Sag's gonna be a part of Red Line, or Red Line part of Sag, one of those, but we'll see. For now, come on, get up there, pick up some stuff, bring it downstairs. And you see, like, the only ones that remains are like the scrawny, skinny ones, not the big guys. I told you should got augments, and he goes upstairs carrying most of the stuff by himself. But people are slowly carrying all their equipments down as well. It will be a whole endeavor because it is the watchtower is quite far from the rust engine, so it's gonna be several. Yeah.
From the tracks.
Yep, from the tracks.
Oh, what if we tie them together, all the like non-sensitive stuff? Tie it to our rust cycles and then bring it to the rust engine.
Yeah, the ones with the rust cycle, you use the rust cycle to speed things up. In that case, why don't you consume 3 small cartridges, please, for the rust cycle, as you spend time carrying these guys back and forth until finally you guys got all the equipment that they have remaining in the watchtower. Then by the end, as everybody's kind of cleaning up, as you guys do this as well, kind of annoying, rain started to pour.
God.
Hey, what you doing? Stop crying over us.
But you guys,
I hate rain.
Yeah, you guys start to move the stuff as quickly as possible.
Okay, that.
And by the time at the end, you guys are standing outside the watchtower doing your double checking, anything like that. You can see the members of the SAG are just like standing and staring at the watchtower for a bit, watching the whole thing.
Ooh.
Then one by one, you would see as you would see Master Bokbox leaves, then Spearhead, Rockerboy, Julian, then Lockjaw, then Napier, until leaving only Bullwhip remaining there. And Bullwhip walks inside of the watchtower and helps Bija to make her way out and kind of cover her a little bit as you guys make your way towards the rust engine. All of you finally make your way onto the rust engine. All the people are very welcoming with this large group of people now joining you. They bring a lot of their stuff with them, which I'm going to give you after this session. And you guys are ready to depart. So, with that catered to you guys, is everything ready? Can we go now?
Yeah, I think so. Look, Black, we got terminals.
Black looks at it. This is some state of the art equipment. I did not know such adventuring group have something so advanced.
It's all Bija.
I think with this whole equipment we can transform one of the carriage into a lab, no?
Let's go!
Holy crap.
Let's work on it.
Yeah.
Alright. So, as the rust engine begins to pick up speed, the train leaves Bladesford and you guys begin to head northwards in the direction of Virikaf, Ruberg, Virhana and all that, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, Virika. Yeah, we're gonna go to Castro, all the way to Castro,
Alright.
right? Yeah.
So, the rust engine proceeds forward. Get over to the Virikaf city, which you will consume 2 rust cartridge.
Large?
Large, yeah. 2 large
No.
rust cartridge. As you...
no. We only have 1 large left.
Wait, do you have enough to go through Ruberg, to go through this underground tunnel here?
Hold on.
Wait, it takes 2 to enter the underground, right?
To exit the underground, yeah.
Yeah, no, we don't.
You need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
We have.
You need 14.
We had 3 large rust cartridge. To get to Virikaf City, it's 1. No, 2.
2.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
We have huge rust cartridge. I just realized.
Okay, you can spend some time on the rust engine to break them down. So
Yeah.
what do you call? You need 8 hours or 1 hour? I think it's 8 hours.
You made the rules.
I need to check the thing again.
What rules did you make?
It's 10 large to make a huge, right?
8.
8. It's by 8.
It's by 8.
Oh.
So we have 2 huge, means we can have 16 large if we want to break them both.
1 milestone.
We'll take it one by one. Okay.
So 100 hours?
Yeah.
Whoa. Don't they have the... Wait. Don't they have the... Didn't Sack say they have
That is true.
the...
They have their own as well. So I think we can put that together with what you have.
Yeah, but also they have the stuff that breaks down.
That's the thing that is in their lab.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, you guys are at Virikaf, so you know maybe you can do something over there. So you spend 2 hours to travel over towards Virikaf City. No, 4 hours to travel towards Virikaf City. So 1, 2, 3, 4. By this point, you guys begin to kind of like, as the train approaches the mountain range, you notice the rust engine will be entering an underground tunnel. So the rust engine goes in, and it's immediately pitch black as you guys run through the area. You would see K flick one switch out front, and immediately power is distributed to the cartridges behind it, and you can see you guys finally have light on the inside of the train as you guys proceed in this tunnel. After a while, you would begin to hear the I can do this. I have this.
Choo choo. Is that what you're gonna do?
Oh my god, it's that
Actually,
in the train.
a little scary.
All good. It's just some
What,
train
isn't it
noises.
just people?
I'm getting flashbacks. I don't like that.
So, you guys are on the Rust engine, and it's making its way in the direction of Viricaf City. About on the about 4 hours 15 minutes into your journey, you begin to feel the Rust engine slowing down. As Kay turns to you guys, we got the station for Viricaf City ahead. You wanna go in, grab stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. As you feel the train slow down even more as the brake is pulled and the Rust engine.
Wait. Do we want to do the whole scout thingy first?
Probably should.
Yeah, before we reveal our train.
Alright, so the Rust engine slowly brakes up, slows down, and then comes to a stop at about about 5 minutes or so away from the station itself. From where you are, you wouldn't be able to see where the station is, because just according to the map that you have and according to K, the the station is about 5 minutes away. So you guys
5 minutes by train?
By train, yes.
Which is how long for us?
500 times 10 times 5. 25,000 feet. That's very far.
How far is that?
In meters, that is 7.5 kilometers.
Okay, let's bring it closer then. Maybe 1 minute away.
It's not really
Then
walking
it'll be-
distance.
Yeah, so like he'll stop 1 mile away from the city. I think that's a good idea. 1 mile away.
I thought you bike that far.
I mean, I do, you know?
Yeah, and adventures are fitter, don't they?
Yeah, but they're also on foot.
Yeah.
I
So-
so.
The Rust engine stops about 1 minute away, so about 1 mile away from the actual station. And you guys hop off and pick. Raikiri gonna lean on the side of the Rust engine. Who are you gonna bring with you?
Oh no.
Oh
We
my god.
enter into the NPC choosing phase.
All right, we could use Nepia for her drones. That's the thing.
Sky.
Is it loud?
At the door.
They're silent drones, right?
Bullwhip. Not silent though.
Oh, okay then. I don't know about that anymore.
And then I think we got affixes. And
Oh, that's a large guy.
it's a group.
Do we have a Luminar other than like anyone?
Bija. Wait, no, Bija's Aruba, but she looks like a Luminar.
Yeah. And yeah, Bija will be the useless party member.
Well, I think Bija's
Quote,
still out of
unquote.
commission.
Non-combatant. Yes, that's the right word. Non-combatant, not useless.
Okay.
All right. So
God, who do we want to bring?
what you wanna do, guys? Who you gonna bring?
Who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters.
Well, I know Lumen, so we could talk, possibly.
We're gonna go on what do you call that? Scouting party. Right?
Going on
Yeah,
a
scouting
trip.
party. Yeah.
My favorite rocket ship.
But
Could bring Kaz because illusions.
Kaz.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, gee.
Issa because rogue. Ish.
Also, the plan, the getaway plan or whatever ability is really nice.
That's
That's true.
Raikiri. Raikiri, get off of Lilith! Ew! Get
Wait,
through!
Oh God! Wait, what's happening? I don't like what you just said. Okay.
So the people who aren't going anywhere will be on the Rust engine, aka the defense.
Wait, who is this? Who's this?
That's
supply army
basically
guy?
SAGs. SAGs.
Oh, okay.
Like
I mean, there's too much.
the
to have
swarm of
their own
people.
turn.
So they're all just one token. The SAGs.
It's just a group of people with guns.
They actually have their own support. We'll
Well,
give
I
you
guess-
the affixes one. So
Well, I guess
I-
let's take Raikiri with us. Raikiri, I know you've been, wanting to go out on an excursion, right?
finally,
Yeah.
But can
bring
you
the
be
healer as well.
sociable?
Yeah,
Should we?
Wait.
I mean, we're kind of a lot of people already.
yeah. I think max we should bring is like 4 or 5.
I mean, Kaz is a healer.
Yeah, and I can heal too. Briar can heal. Danny can heal. We don't need a healer.
Do you have something against me?
No.
Okay. I guess I'll stay back. Right, Kitty turns to you, Ada. That was rude.
Oh, you're telling me about rude, Mr. Rude.
Hey, at least I'm not
Mr.
pretending
Rudy.
to be nice.
Yeah, I'm not pretending either.
Fair enough. So, you're bringing these 3, eh?
All right, I guess so.
All right.
Are we not? Oh God, I forgot his. I feel so bad. They don't put their names. I don't remember.
What?
What is it? What is it?
Brong?
Oh,
Broom?
Broom's a luminar. Let's
Yeah, Broom. Bring Broom. I was like, bring the guy who has this, who's the same race as the city.
Yeah, let's bring Broom.
You know,
Okay.
it's a little bit racist thinking all Londoners know each other.
No,
No,
I'm not.
it's not
No, it's just in good
knowing
faith.
each
Like,
other. Yeah, it's like, hey,
Yeah.
it's like if you see another luminar in another city, it's like, oh, okay, my country, my race people. I don't know.
okay, stop before you
That's not my.
He's just letting you
Just
dig
hold it right
yourself.
there, that's fine.
All right, come on.
I mean, do you know Lumen?
Yep,
Nice.
I haven't spoken in a while, but yes, I can.
I can speak to
Yeah, you need me for it.
because I'm not a native, so I don't know. The whole anything that I don't know. I don't know what I don't know.
Fair enough. Well, lead the way. As you guys continuing down the main railway tracks to head towards where the supposed rust engine station is.
DM.
Yep.
I also going to take back. No, like so I left my justice, my gun, out on a box. I'm taking that now again,
All right.
and I'm gonna take from the equipment just 4 tiny rust cartridges.
Okay. Sure. So
So I'm adding that to the computer.
you guys begin making your way in the direction of the city. It's gonna be a while after walking 1 mile, but after a while the ones with dark vision will begin to see there is an indent on the left side of the wall. You walk a little bit further, and as your dark vision comes to view, that indent is actually a part of the rust engine station, basically. As you can see, tiled floors, lights on the ceiling, but they're not illuminated. It's dark. You approach closer even more, then you will be able to see rubble along the wall. Some exits seem to have rocks just crumbled out from the exits, leaving the place seemingly...
Very dusty, huh?
Yeah, it is very dusty. Indeed.
Yeah.
Like it's been abandoned.
So you're still on the railway tracks right now. You see this. What do you guys do?
We see what?
You see the train station.
Oh,
No lights.
No one's there.
No lights, no people.
no sound.
Other than dripping water, no, nothing.
All right, let's scout ahead. Who's good at stealth again?
I'm okay.
I have a bad feeling about these guys.
Marching order, go.
Alright, I'll be in the front.
Alright.
I'll be at the back.
Alright.
Oh wait, we're not stealthing? Okay.
What a marching order.
Just want to know who goes first, who goes last. That's all. They're not literally
So-
marching. Alright, just middle and back, yeah? No one. So
What's front?
alright, now one over there. Bam.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Do we put out
Someone's
the
got to take the lead.
Yeah, so it,
Me, Briar said her and Loaf in the middle.
Alright. Alright, off in the middle.
Everyone's middle.
I'm at the back. With the NPC, do we do NPC as well?
We'll
or-
just say they're distributed somewhere along.
Okay.
So, why don't you guys go ahead and roll me stealth checks as you attempt to sneak through this area.
Hey,
quietly.
Briar,
Gotta do the thing.
now
I
be
will
a
do the
good
thing,
chance to
Briar,
pass
do the
without a
thing.
trace.
yeah, pass without a trace.
Do the thing, GM.
Yeah.
I know. 1 second. I'm trying to select all of you.
No, I just wanted to make sure that you know that you're supposed to do the thing as well as Briar doing her thing.
Yeah.
Briar says yes, so we
There you
roll. It does a
Oh,
D100
Jesus
roll.
Christ.
That's
Yeah,
a D100 roll.
Oh, that's a D100.
Oh yeah,
I rolled
go
60.
that high.
Ladies, let's go.
I'm the best at hiding.
Plus 10, because Briar said she would do the thingy.
Plus 10,
Right.
everybody.
Let's
Plus 10.
go, Briar.
Yeah,
So that's a 30.
Like that I got a nat 2, but it's still 21.
Ow! Oh, plus 10, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you plus 10?
No, I didn't, so I had to. That's a 30 for me.
Actually, it's better that you don't plus 10 here, I think, because I can't
Oh.
plus 10 when I automatically roll for all the NPCs.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like a skill issue to me, pilot.
Yeah, you can just quickly estimate it. But
That
everybody
goddamn.
did well except for Loaf, who rolled 17, which is still high.
I mean, that's good, yeah.
So you guys make your way through the crowd, up onto the subway station kind of thing, and you would see, as usual, there are rows of benches for people to sit on. You can see that the station goes on for quite a bit, maybe about 150 feet or so long. And there are benches at regular intervals and pillars in between them. You can see the whole area is completely dark. So those without any dark vision, you guys are completely blind right now. But there are 4 exits, and all of them seem to be just rocks pouring out from those exits. These large boulders.
Sorry, what's pouring out?
There's large boulders blocking the exits, making you stuck here. You
All
guys
of them?
do notice that there are kind of like stacks of books that is left on near one of the pillars.
That's book.
Let's
What's the book about?
Yeah. inspect the books there.
It seems to be just random shit. It doesn't have any particular theme. It's just one of it is about the history of the history of the discovery of unicorn. Another one research into monster scale, and another one is how survival
keeping
for
that
dummies.
actu-
It's just a bunch of
actually-
different kind of books just randomly put out.
Right,
I'm
the
keeping the
boulders.
monster book.
Yeah, the boulders. Do they look like it is, deliberately put there, or is it from a cave in?
Go ahead, roll survival check for me for this.
I'm a survival.
Alright, 17. Very easily, it's definitely from a cave in. The large rocks have fallen. Given this, what you can see, the other side might have, collapsed. The rocks may have come from the city and it collapsed and blocked the exits.
Oh.
Oh
Are
wait.
there any like blast marks and stuff to imply that it was an explosion?
From
Or-
here, doesn't seem like it. No.
Or signs of an earthquake.
Signs of an earthquake.
Or, like some big tremor that caused this.
From what you can see over here, there don't seem to be any sign of like. It seems like the subway station seems fully functional, other than boulders spilling out into the station from the doors. That's it.
So we
Does it
can.
Does it look naturally made, or like, you know what I mean? Like
The landslide.
the boulders, the boulders that fall.
Yeah.
Does it look like it's a result of an accident?
A little bit
or-
hard to determine that from just looking at boulders.
Okay. I mean, from the way it's placed,
Yeah, like what Ahmed rolled, it seems to be like some sort of cave-in or something that caused these rocks to be here.
Does anyone have speak with rock?
Unfortunately, no.
Is,
We
there,
should have brought Brick. Brick can probably talk with stones.
is there any way? There's no way to get into the city, right? Was it?
From what you can see at the moment, no. You can roll investigation check.
Oh, lit.
I'm gonna investigate.
Investigate.
Alright.
Oh,
Boulders here, boulders there. Well, there's no way to getting in. Getting in.
Yep, you guys are unfortunately stuck here.
I'm gonna turn towards Briar. Hey, Briar. Can I borrow Orpheus for a while? Orpheus, was it him? Orpheus, right?
I think it's
The rat?
Opius.
Opius. Yeah, Opius.
Can I tap on one of the rocks real quick?
Wow, well, there's 4 doors. Which one do you want to tap?
Oh, there's
Closer
4
of-
doors.
Yeah,
Oh.
there's four doors that leads out to wherever.
I completely missed that somehow.
Yeah.
I was
Let me
thinking
just
unlock
give,
on
let
the
me just
rock.
give you a sketch, yeah, just very quickly.
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
We're very
Yeah.
visually based
Yeah.
learners, this gang here.
I understand.
Tiki, what you doing there?
Oh, it's one of those.
What?
4 doors. 2 tell the truth and 2 lie.
Oh no.
And then the benches are over here.
Is this a
I'm
thing?
guessing that the little squiggly thingies are
Those
the
are
rocks.
the rocks, yes, pouring out from the doors.
Oh, okay.
And it's blocking all the door. Wait, this is doors?
Yep.
I don't think you can pull it out. I mean, you're
If
strong.
they're pouring out, and there's tons and tons and tons. So
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's why I look at Briar. Don't worry, I don't think Opius will get hurt as long as he doesn't touch anything that he's not supposed to.
Briar.
as to your answer, Jim, I'll systematically tap each of the stones on the doors,
What's your goal?
see if they're all real.
Oh, okay.
I want to see if my
Ah,
foot makes
definitely.
contact with them.
They are all indeed real.
It's just a bit convenient that there's a boulder in front of each of the door.
Not a single boulder.
Oh.
It looks like a landslide, basically, spilling out
Oh,
from
yeah.
the door.
Then is there a point where the landslide's the lowest?
The
It has to
least-
fall from somewhere. Does it fall from like here, fall from upwards, or fall from here?
Like I
Must be
said,
like a
it
trajectory.
spills from inside, by the looks of it.
Well, either way, well, Ada and what do you call that? Leon,
Leon, yeah.
yeah, cracking their brains on the boulders. My Briar said that I can borrow Orpheus as long as
Alright.
he doesn't get hurt. I'm
Alright.
gonna spend some time trying to communicate with Ophius.
All right.
10 minutes, right?
10 minutes.
All right. Go ahead.
All right, 10 minutes has passed. Hey, Ophius, you want to see
Oh,
if you
yes,
can,
big man.
squeeze? You want to see if you can squeeze your way inside, see what's on the other side, help us out a
Why?
bit.
Why should I do such a thing? That is such a plebeian thing to do.
Well, you see, I know you haven't tasted this beef jerky for a while. And dangle my rations in front of him.
Huh. You drive a hard bargain, sir, but I accept.
Yeah,
Which...
but before you go,
Yes.
stay for a while, at least for 10 minutes. I'm gonna caress him, Let me clean your furs a bit.
What
give you
are you doing, sir?
a little bit of
touching.
massage.
This is harassment, sir. As you...
I'm gonna give him a massage, rub his fur.
I said drop. Oh, right. A little bit lower.
You like
Oh,
this,
yeah,
you
yes,
like that,
oh,
like that.
oh,
Like it,
yes,
right?
yeah.
There you
And the leg does the thing, it just taps on your leg.
I feel uncomfortable in this conversation. I don't know what she's saying.
It's a good thing you don't understand. From what you see, I was just petting Ophius for 10 minutes
Yeah.
for some reason.
So by the
And
time
after-
the spell is cast, you speak with animals fail.
Speak with animals is not concentration though.
Yeah,
No,
but it's 10
it
minutes.
lasts 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah, last 10 minutes. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
The rat looks at you.
There you go. I'm gonna point him towards the boulder.
He drops down to the floor and begins to slowly makes his way into the tunnel.
I'm gonna just sit down because I can't see anything or hear anything except from Ophius.
Yep. Which tunnel do you put him in?
I guess this one.
Second one. All right.
Yep. Second one.
All right. So you place Ophius down there, and he begins to crawl into the tunnel. He goes through the area for a bit. There are very small areas that he can pass through. He goes on a bit more squeeze. He pushes through another rock, and he almost gets crushed by another rock as it moves. He manages to leap out of the way, and then he starts to look around, and then he begins to run back.
Alright. Do I see anything? Why is there any man?
During the whole time, you're just surrounded by rocks and boulders. You do not see
Rocks and bones?
boulders.
Oh, boulders. Alright. Alright, as he goes back, I notice him looking at me, and I'm gonna drop my spell. I'm gonna say everybody. Well, boulder number 2, there's nothing there but rocks and boulders.
So,
Okay.
what do you guys do now?
What about the other? So all of it, there's nothing but rocks and boulders?
You want me to do it again for the other 3?
Sure.
Look at
However
Ophius.
you did it.
I'm gonna look at Ophius and show him more beef jerkies for each tunnel.
He kind of like does a backflip and then immediately goes over to.
He does a
and he heads
Totally
towards
blacked up, okay.
one. He goes into the next tunnel you point him to, which is
Yeah, I guess number 1.
number 1. You see him
Yeah.
scurrying a bit, and it wasn't long. It's very quick. He's kind of scurries and he stops for a bit, looks around. He goes out immediately. He tries to squeeze into a different hole. He cannot. He goes on to a different hole, tries to look inside, moves in a little bit. This time he managed to get a little bit farther, but then stuck as well as the boulder seems to be covering a great deal of the area.
Alright. Alright, let's try number 3 then.
Same thing as well. You drop Ophius there, and Ophius crawls through the tunnel. But this time he sees light coming from the other side. He crawls through a bit, squeezed through the rocks, and emerges in kind of like a tunnel of sorts.
Alright.
He looks around. He can see there are torches. There's 2 torch on one torch on either side of the wall. The left one has been blown out, but the right one is still flickering. He turns around a bit. He looks forward. Directly in front of him, he sees a large double door.
Ah. The area behind the boulder, is it large enough for, humanoids to stand in, or?
Oh yeah. It'd be even quite large actually in comparison to you guys. So.
Yeah, was it boulder number 3 then? Yeah, number 3.
After a while, he kind of scurries in the room for a bit, trying to see if there are any holes, any mouse hole that he can walk through, but doesn't seem to find any, and he returns back to the group.
Alright, I'm gonna give him what I promised him.
More jerkies, and he's just swimming in jerkies at this point as he's eating through it one by one.
Oh, that's so cute! I just imagine a rat, a small white rat, just
like DuckTales, but instead of gold.
Yeah, it's just pieces of
like DuckTales, but instead of gold, it's just jerky.
I'm gonna tell everybody, well, there seems to be a double door behind this boulder. If we can clear the rubble up.
Okay.
Let's get to work in that.
Yeah.
Don't we have that drill from back all the way in?
Yeah, but that's attached to our
Rust engine.
Rust engine.
And
we can't. Can we? No, can't.
Yeah.
Do we have the tools?
I mean, you have weapons, I guess, or hands.
I can make some tools. I can make.
You know what? out of spite. Out of spite, I'm gonna use the maledictus to fucking break this rock.
The sword gets duller each time as you.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
Strikes the stone.
Everyone just sees me shouting at just angrily, verbally abusing my knife.
It's not very efficient, Danny.
I know it ain't. That's the point.
So you guys try to dig through the boulder. How? Just using it with your hands?
I'll be spending an hour to make some mining tools.
All right. Only one, right?
Oh, but the mining tools have a lot. It's called a tool.
It'll give you advantage on your check, but that's about it.
Do we bring that mining thing with us? Or we destroy the boulder with?
It is a part of the Rust engine now, basically.
It was a drill, and it was attached to the Rust engine.
Yeah.
Wait.
Unless you... No, but it took some time to install it, right? We can just...
Yeah.
It's kind of useless without the engine running it.
Yep.
It kind of uses the engine's motion to turn the drill, I'm assuming, right?
Unless Briar does a mold earth one by one. Just a little rubble.
Actually, mold earth would fit in the situation, I think.
Oh.
Let me double
Easy
check.
solution.
Oh, like what if is it a ton of rocks on top of each other or just one big boulder?
Multiple rocks around each other.
Oh, then can we just pinpoint the right one to remove so that everything kind of collapse on itself?
Okay. Go ahead. Roll me. Go ahead. Roll me investigation check as you try to tell her the best place to to remove.
Okay. I'll try to see how do I get advantage.
8 points.
Can someone help possibly?
Can someone help me with this?
I have proficiency, if that helps.
Wait, what's we need to be proficient.
How are you helping her logicking this out? You just make a study group basically.
It's called a rubber duck approach. Where you explain your work process to someone else in order to.
Right. Yeah. Fair enough. So
hey,
go
it's
ahead.
like one of those when we okay.
Nice.
Let's go.
Leon, just think about it like one of our shenanigans back at home. If we want to topple something without
gotta figure out a bit, and you manage to pinpoint one particular location, and Briar steps over to the side and cast Mold Earth. And at that point, one part of the earth begins to kind of like move out of the way, and as that rock moves, the whole thing just comes tumbling down. The whole thing falls forward, and you just realize the boulders on this particular wall is not that many. It crumbles down to the ground to reveal a hallway that goes on forward for a bit, and then you see a double door right in front of you guys.
Ah.
The door has revealed itself. Should we go?
Before we go, I'm gonna give our rat boy some water. Because Digital Sausage made a good point in the chat.
He, after done, like you can see the stomach bulging a bit after eating all that jerky, you give some water and the rat just laps the whole thing up. He is enjoying life for now. So, nice work, guys. You made a rat very happy. So, you guys begin making your way towards the door, and I'm assuming you tried to push it. Yeah.
Yeah.
As you
No,
push
wait.
the door,
Check for traps.
go ahead, roll investigation check for me, please.
Okay. Oh well.
The place seems to be all good. You don't find any traps right now.
Just in case. Okay.
So, you move forward and you push on the door, and it's locked.
Of course. Come on, Leon. Let's get out our tools. I'm gonna help Leon.
Alright. Gonna rub my palms together and
Let's go.
get out thieves' tools. Provided I have them. I do. Okay.
You look around for a
Gonna try to
bit.
take a look.
Yeah, you look around. You try. There's no lock on this side, like, but you see there's a gap in between. You peer through. You see there's kind of like a wooden block or something that's barricading the other side. You're like, okay.
Okay.
So
So
you need-
if I like take a sword through and then just like lift it up.
Yep,
Can I do that?
basically, you need to do that. So go
And
ahead.
I got a very thin sword as well.
Exactly, perfect. So go ahead, roll strength check. These two
Yes.
using strength.
Thieves' tools using strength. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
First.
With advantage. Come
with
on.
advantage.
Yeah. Hey.
All right. So you put it in there, you lift a bit, and then you realize like, oh, you need to kind of like adjust the sword a little bit, and you start to lift the whole thing slowly. You hit it, you push it up slowly, bit by bit by bit. Then you hear, tung, 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 on the other side.
Like
Knocking?
like a can being kicked.
The wood falls down to the ground.
Ah, okay,
You
okay.
push the door open, and you reveal a
Trap?
ruin. See,
Oh,
it's
okay.
the best word to speak it. As you see, there is a large room right in front of you, but half of the room have this kind of like just huge stones, and you can see the walls and the ceiling structure seem to have collapsed. Some parts are only open because there are like pillars falling down and leaning against the wall, blocking the rest of the debris from falling down to the rest of the building, creating kind of like a small narrow pathway on the other side for you to walk through the area. You see a reception desk that is half buried by sand and dirt and rock by the whole thing, and then you can see the road continues on straight, and then it turns left where you see another door right there.
Okay. And it all looks abandoned?
The torches are still lit, but yes, it seems to have been abandoned.
But how long can torches be lit if it's
If it's
still
natural
lit?
torches, it'll be like after 1 hour, or I think 1 hour, it'll be out. No, 8 hours.
So
I think.
this
It'll be
so
out.
this might be magic. Oh, because it's a luminar city. It's a magic city. Psh. Okay, makes sense.
We could take some magical torches.
We could.
Might as well.
You want to take it?
Gotta try and dislodge one, yeah.
Alright, it's easily dislodgeable, but when you pull it out, the fire disappears.
Aww. Shake it, hit it against the wall, see if it triggers something.
It's specific on that spot, Leon. That's why people don't take magic torches, because everybody will want a magical torch, and it'd be super easy to take it. So just put it back. Put it back.
Maybe gradually put it back on the wall.
You put it back, and it didn't light up.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
And then it didn't light up. So you have to like spin it a little bit before it goes to a right orientation, and then the thing just ignites again. But being that close,
the battery,
That's
guys.
a very fickle, prickly light.
but you do realize now that you're near the fire, it's not actually hot. It just illuminates, but not hot.
It's like a light cantrip.
So
Well,
Onwards.
you push
onto that door, right?
Yeah, you push onwards towards that door, and again, this door is closed. You push it open to reveal a long hallway. Not hallway, kind of like a long room, kind of like a wing of a building of some sorts. And you see on the walls are just like bookcases filled with books and books and books and books and books. However, you can see some parts of the structure have collapsed on the left, and then a little bit further on you can see more parts of the wall have been destroyed. But at the center of the very far end of the room, you see a single pristine tree, ivory tree, that's sitting there seemingly untouched. Another thing you would notice, while the rest of you are looking at all this wondrous architecture and all that, Briar and Leon, you guys would notice that on some of the boulders, on the boulders that have fallen down, you see blood smears and blood puddles. You see
like
bodies.
under them?
Yes, you do see like on one of them you see an arm of a person kind of like sticking out, and then another you would see bones, skeletons. The bones seem to be kind of like splayed all over, broken bones here and there as well. You continue walking in a little bit deeper. You would see kind of like blood smears on the floor a little bit. And then you would see more bodies kind of lying out in a different, on a different pile of stone and rock. Some of them are under, some of them are over. But yeah, it's a mess in here.
And that tree you mentioned, is it ivory colored?
Ivory colored.
Or is it made of ivory? Okay.
Ivory colored, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like a willow?
I wouldn't
Willows
know.
are white, right?
Really?
Is ivory white or black?
Ivory is white. Ebony is black.
It's not willow. Damn it. What tree is white?
Go ahead, roll nature check for me.
Okay, yeah, I can do that. I'm the party rogue. We're the person good at nature.
9. You have no idea. You feel like
Oh, you're actually proficient in nature?
yeah,
Yeah, man.
You know this. You've heard of this before, but like it just couldn't come to your head right now. You're like snapping your fingers trying to recall it, but you couldn't. Unfortunately, you couldn't.
Briar, do you remember any white trees?
20. There you go.
Okay, whatever. Whatever.
Briar,
didn't just
on the
remember
other
it.
hand, you would know that these white trees are they're kind of like one of those, like how some people, some other creatures, there's a chance that they become an albino. Same like trees as well, but this one is not because like a random genetic difference or anything like that. But this one is because there's a very strong magical presence in that particular area, and that tree have become the source of the not the source, sorry, where the energy is collected. The tree fed from this magical energy, which slowly transformed it into white, causing it to lose all its leaves. Usually, you look at it. Actually, it's some kind. It used to be some kind of oak or something like that. Before it absorbed this much energy.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys do?
Could I make like a check in regards to...
Just tell me what you want to do, and then I'll see what check you roll.
Alright, yeah, I want to see if the tree feels like it abruptly grew, then where it, like, based on the any remaining rubble or art, like debris left surrounding it,
Alright.
does it feel like it was a previous size before, and then it grows?
I'll spend 10 minutes to do detect magic.
Alright, so Ada casting detect magic. Danny, you're moving towards the tree and trying to figure out what's up. What about Ahmed?
The safe distance.
Safe distance, how far? You're gonna need to be close to, identify how it came to be,
Give or take 20 feet, 20 foot.
20 feet, gotcha. And what about you, Briar and Ahmed? What do you guys do? And Leah?
I'm gonna poke around to see if, there's anybody hiding to ambush us or something in this chamber.
Go ahead, roll another perception check, please.
Oh my god, my rolls today.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Ooh, wow.
It's actually remarkable.
Yeah, actually remarkable.
Haven't rolled higher than 10. Like 2 sessions in a row as well.
Oh my god, I don't know. I swear I removed the code already. I don't know what's going on.
You keep having to remove it,
I didn't know
It has me thinking maybe you keep re-enabling it.
Maybe accidentally, definitely not on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys, okay, so Leon, you're looking around trying to see if there are anything that would be hiding here. Ahmed, what about you? Ahmed and Briar?
I got nothing. I guess I'm just, just admiring whatever the white, the not the body, anything. What? Ivory tree. Yeah, ivory tree.
And Briar, gonna
Oh
check.
yeah, while I'm there, I forgot.
Gonna check
Just
out
gonna-
for other plants.
We're gonna study the. Is the tree naturally growing or?
Then you join Danny as he gives that a look. So why don't
Yeah.
I think Briar as well. Briar is gonna check out for other plants. So you can only see the only one that's actually a plant is that tree. So I guess the three of you are gonna head there. Why don't the three of you go ahead, roll me a survival check as you're trying to figure out this tree and any other plants in the area that may be of. Alright, 12, 8, and Danny? Nat 1.
Oh.
Right.
Oh my god. What are our rolls?
We're rolling dry today.
Yeah, Danny, Ahmed, and Brian, you guys are walking around that tree trying to see, if there are any reason it being there. You're not sure if it's planted there or it was there the whole time, but you do notice that it itself is a white tree growing maybe about, I say, 20 feet tall. You would see there are grass on the ground around it, but it seems to be like transparent grass by the looks of it, and it kind of spreads out about 10 feet away from the base of the tree.
Yeah.
It's kind of strange. You can see that the grass seems to be moving as if there are wind, but there's definitely no wind since you guys are underground right now. And it's just a mesmerizing sight. Ada, you focus on casting Dispel Magic.
Detect magic.
Detect Magic, sorry. As you try to focus on around. Leon, you're looking around trying to see if there's any danger or anything like that. You sat on one of the many boulders in the area, keeping an eye around, trying to see if there are anything. That's when you feel something kind of like brushing up against your hand for a moment.
Interesting.
Who feels this? Sorry.
Leon.
Oh god.
What do you do?
Gonna jump immediately and then turn to face whatever side that brushing was coming from.
As you jump, try to turn around to face that thing, you see something else jump, like one of the rock jump in your direction. And you realize it wasn't a rock, it's some kind of like worm of sort, but it has a grayish rocky texture on the skin that makes it look like a rock, and it's the tip of this worm's head just splits into like 4 different appendages and tries to grab onto your face essentially as it leaps forward. You hear a loud scream coming from back of the hallway as Ahmed, Danny, and Briar, both of you guys are looking around trying to see what's going on here. And Briar, at that moment, you manage to realize just in time as you see a very long tendril seems to be crawling along the ground and is already like halfway wrapping around Danny's leg. Before you could even say anything, I'm gonna roll to hit. That is a hit.
The white creature,
Goddamn knew it.
Oh no, nothing happens. You're just grappled now as the tentacle wraps itself around your leg and it's slowly wrapping around your body as well.
DM, I tried to wriggle out of it. If I like shorten.
You try to wriggle out of it, and Briar, you would see the tentacle is going along the ground all the way to this rock here. This suspicious looking rock. When you see the rock seems to like part vertically in the middle to reveal an eye, and then the mouth parts horizontally to reveal just rows of jagged teeth as he's pulling Danny closer, and then turns to you and throws another tentacle in your direction, Briar. As all this chaos happens, that's where we're gonna end our session today because it's already 1.
Oh my god, no.
As you see, this guy, Leon, you're with this guy. As these multiple creatures here are. You didn't see it. My bad. What am I doing?
Oh no. Buried library. Oh, I can't see anything.
Hey guys, here's a battle strat. We just have to make enough noise and the librarian will come and go shh at us. And then the words will awkwardly like walk away.
Come on, DM. We should have. We must have our lights on, right?
Sure. Like, what lights do you have up?
I have light.
There's torches everywhere. You mentioned that.
Oh, that is correct. That is correct. I forgot about that.
Okay, if there's torches everywhere, then yeah.
I should at least dim light everywhere. At least dim light everywhere.
I think it's
torches is 2020, so it's all good. And there'll still be 1 torch here, 1 torch here, 1 torch here, 1 torch here. You guys get light, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So still black.
I don't like this.
There is an ethereal, just pale white light coming from above the tree. Right there.
I don't like this.
It's a lot of dead bodies, man.
So yeah, that is what the party sees. Danny, you'll be start pulling into this thing over there.
And I can squeeze myself into a toothpaste and avoid it.
Yeah, you become smaller. He squeezes tighter. That's the problem with humanoids compared to ropes. while this is what the worm thing that is attacking Leon just now. So
They're
yeah,
humanoids. They're plants.
I'm sorry.
No, you said that's the problem with humanoids instead of ropes, but they're plants.
What? I didn't say that. What?
Yes, you
No,
did.
I said
You did. Don't gaslight us.
With humanoids.
You did gaslight.
What did I say?
Humanoids.
What did I say?
Oh, it's all a dream, actually, guys. It's all a dream.
So
You said that's the problem with humanoids. That's why it's not rope or
It's
something
not
like that.
rope, so it can just squeeze tighter.
That's
oh
what you
yes.
said.
Yeah, you did.
No,
You did
okay,
say
now I
that.
remember. No, because it's someone grabbing you. So if you get smaller, they're gonna hold tighter compared to rope, who's not gonna
Oh,
change
that's
size.
what you mean.
That's
That's what you mean.
So
yeah, and
yeah,
I said, but it's a plant. Why is it a humanoid?
yeah, it's a thing, figure of speech, anecdote
Okay.
thing. Anyways, we're gonna stop here for now, guys.
Yeah,
So, thank you very much for watching. Let's stop being bullied by my party here, and we'll see you guys
Oh, please.
tomorrow for Arco the 12. So, see you guys
Yeah, we're
tomorrow.
gonna hunt some people.
See you guys in a bit. Bye bye.
Robot murder. Bye.
Bye.